Hey, hope you're doing well. So I'm kind of I'm working through this idea or concept in real time. It has to do with mental toughness. And what triggered this was a recent video from Cell from My Tennis HQ. If you're not subscribed, if you don't watch Karu's videos, then you need to. So this is his channel right here, My Tennis HQ. And less than a day ago, he published this video. He played a practice set against Taylor Fritz. Karu right now, he previously played low-level professional tennis and I think made it up into the top 100 if I remember correctly originally, and then took a break. Started making videos like a year or two ago. He was a hitting partner for Naomi Osaka and a lot of other professional players on tour, and now he's making a run back at being a professional player again. And he's currently looks like ranked number 620 in the world. So I'm not going to spoil this video. I'm just going to talk about a specific reaction or response. But this video just shows the point play of Karu playing against Taylor, who's currently number 12 in the world. And again, like I won't spoil the outcome, but Karu does better than what you would think. So that spoils it a little bit, but I'm not going to tell you, what happens. But just for context, so that this all makes sense, Karu does better than what you would assume he would. And then in the outro of the video, Karu's like, guys, so don't get like super crazy and euphoric, was the word he used about this. Like, this was just a practice set. And he kind of emphasizes that. Like, so I think he emphasizes that in the intro as well. He's like, this is just a practice set. Like, it doesn't count for anything. And so here's why this fascinates me, because you take your average everyday tennis player and ask them, hey, would you like to play a practice set on video? We're going to record it, and it's going to get published. Karu right now, a fantastic channel. He's got 123,000 subscribers. What do you think? So you can just like answer for yourself. What would you say if somebody walked up to you and said, hey, let's play a practice set of tennis, like somebody who was, let's say, a rating below you, and we're going to publish it on a YouTube channel that has 123,000 subscribers? Like, it's very, very possible 100,000 people, just random, tennis fans are going to watch you play this. But it's just a practice set. So don't worry about it. How does that make you feel just hearing those words? If you're a normal person, and I've been around this for for well over a decade, for a long time. So I can tell you that a normal person would be terrified by that idea. And even though it doesn't count for anything, the fact that the camera is rolling automatically raises, the anxiety level and the pressure level dramatically, without even the idea of it going to 100,000 person YouTube channel. Like, forget about that. Now, think about being at the level of Karu and Taylor Fritz. Like, Taylor Fritz is used to being on camera, like, since he was a little kid. I mean, he's been like an elite level, top of his age group, top of his, whatever athlete for his entire life. So Karu emphasized also in this video, he asked for Taylor's permission. So Taylor knew this was being recorded. He knew it was going to go onto YouTube. And does that raise like the stakes for Karu and Taylor? Not at all. Like, they're to a point in their development and their kind of exposure with pressure and their exposure to media and like public observation and like people viewing and potentially criticizing, being condescending, frankly, just being mean. Like, they've both experienced a degree of that to where now they can go out with a camera recording, knowing it's going to be published to potentially six figures, people, over 100,000 people, and not have it really move the needle, which is fascinating to me because I played high school tennis, I played college tennis, I went to nationals, like the final 16 teams in NCAA Division II multiple times. Like just for context, like so that's like my experience, like not even in the same universe as these guys, but much more advanced than most tennis players, people who play tennis, for fun. And for me, playing in front of the camera, knowing that potentially 100,000 people could see it, significantly raises the environment for me. Like now I enjoy it because I've done it enough times, but it dramatically like raises the tension. It raises like my heart rate, adrenaline, like it's just automatically higher. And so it's for me like a significant difference or change like to just playing tennis. These guys, it doesn't really even matter. It probably not even on the radar for like he doesn't care. Like he hit the his perspective is like he's thinking about winning a grand slam. Like, can I do that? He's thinking about how am I going to stack up against Carlos Alcaraz? Like, while it's being broadcast on ESPN and national television and on the internet. So for him, 100,000 people potentially viewing it, even if he does worse than he's expected to, it's not even a blip on his radar. He really, honestly, probably does not care at all. He gives 0 Fs about what the outcome of this is, about what the result is. So the idea that I'm working through in my head, and I found this so fascinating when Kaoru was like, guys, like relax. Like this is not a big deal. That he did better than maybe what you would expect. Like it's just a practice set. But for the average person, this environment would absolutely terrify people. It would be the largest stakes that the vast majority of tennis players would ever perform under. Being viewed by 100,000 people. By far the biggest stakes that 99.99% of tennis players would ever experience. But for these guys, it's not even, they don't even care. I mean, they still want to win. Like they're highly competitive, professional athletes. So of course, like they want to win. What I'm trying to communicate is the addition of the camera and the YouTube channel and stuff like that, not even on the radar. Like it's not a big deal to them. So exposure to and processing of pressure, the way I'm starting to like view this and see this is it's like a spectrum. It's like a bell curve where you've got your people who have pushed themselves very, very little. And so they have very, very little resiliency and very, very little capacity to deal with extra like stress and pressure like this. And then you've got guys like Kaoru and even to a much larger degree, Taylor Fritz, who's been, on the world scene, like household name in terms of tennis fans for quite a long time. In American tennis, in particular, household name as far as tennis fans go for a long time. Totally, he's way on the other end of the bell curve where you could throw so much at him without him even having any kind of additional pressure or stress or anxiety at all. And my message to you today, as like an everyday player like myself, is strive to move yourself through that bell curve. Strive to take steps to push yourself through that spectrum or however you want to like view it or look at it. To the degree you do that, you will be a better competitor. And this is not something you're just born with. This is something that these guys have trained, they have worked through. It's been effort, it's been conscious, like deliberate, going out there in situations that do scare them over and over and over. And that's the only way that you get to where they are now. So, something to think about. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I found that whole like, whoa, guys, like it's just a practice set thing super fascinating in an environment that would terrify 99% of tennis players. Kind of interesting, huh? Thanks for watching. Hope you're doing well. I'll talk to you again soon.